Trek Livestrong has picked some truly remarkable individuals. Young riders with so much passion and so much potential.
What we're doing here, we get loose. Get loose in the kitchen, eh?
It's really important to have something else to tap into every now and then. I've started getting into DJing.
Most of the time it doesn't feel like a job. You just realise how lucky you are to be travelling all over the world.
The day in the life of Trek Livestrong.
Typical day for me, I might roll out with some of the boys here and do a 4 or 5 hour ride in the hills. I think of my cycling as a social thing. Riding with friends, you're just basically hanging out for 5 hours and it's on bikes. It's a really cool part of the sport.
You've got to take a smart approach to how you train. Stage 5 of the Tour of the Gila started pretty calmly. Got down to just me and Francisco Mancebo. 9 miles to go. I just couldn't hold on anymore. Trek Livestrong, they tackle it with science, power, diet. This was the Gila monster. This is the going up when Mancebo attacked.
Yeah, what was your average on that?
329.
You know, what you have to account for in racing is that you're never going to get the big loads compared to training per se because there's so much zero time. What you really have to look at is what your zones distribution and how many surges you're doing.
From now on, the diet starts to become a big part of riding.
Big race, you might burn about 4,500 kilojoules. Well, my coach told me the only way to eat enough is to eat until you puke and then eat everything that you've puked.
You can't do things that typically most 22-year-olds would be doing, like partying every night. If I can be a cyclist until I'm 35 and make enough money to live and have fun with my life rather than spending 15 years behind a desk, that'd be pretty successful.
I want to push these guys so hard that half of them in a year decide that this isn't for them. That majority of them decide that, hey, this is just too freaking hard.
I've always had a lot of passion for the sport, so that makes it a lot easier to get up in the morning and get on the bike.
Getting up in the morning when you're just really tired, that's the hardest part. Just might never matter.
Get through the hard times, I just call home. It sort of puts things in perspective. It's only bike racing at the end of the day.
Hey, Mum.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, there's Dad too.
Dad's here too.
Mum and Dad.
This is definitely going to be my biggest stint away from home.
Leaving my friends and family back home just sucks. I felt way better than day one. Like finally got some racing on my legs and finally got some training. It was like racing a bloody motorbike, eh? He was going so hard.
Someone said when they passed you,
Yeah.
they thought you had a fridge on your back.
You look like you were carrying a fridge.
I'm pretty close to my parents and it's sad to leave home and you've got so many people you love.
Living in this situation, I've learnt to live with guys of different ages, from different countries.
Do you have one of those small bets?
I believe it.
You got to take care of your head. If you're just on edge, you're worrying about everything, you're skitzing out, you're not going to relax and you're not going to enjoy it.
It's a tough lifestyle, but it's definitely, I think, worthwhile.
In a nutshell, the secret to professional cycling is there are no shortcuts. It's suffering. It's your ability to tolerate suffering.
Crashing, that is absolutely the worst thing. Hearing that sound of carbon just scraping on the ground, tyres squealing and cutting yourself open, but it's part of the sport.
For me, the best thing about cycling is achievement. 99% of the time it doesn't go your way, but when it comes together, it's a pretty cool feeling.
I see all these guys riding in the Pro Tour. I see all of these guys inspiring people to ride and race.
I could be sitting behind a desk, typing stuff into a computer. You just realise that other people would kill to be doing what you're doing.